All right, so it is Tuesday, August 1st. I just got back from Vegas last night. And needless to say, I had the post-show fun. Saturday night was super dirty. I had more than enough blueberry muffins. I had a ton of the poppy seed pound cake. Then after the show, after I was done eating all the goodies that I had purchased, I went out to get a burger.
This is a tasty burger.
So I went to a great burger place in Vegas, and that was gonna be my epic cheat meal. I am all changed and dressed up, or dressed down, whatever. I am headed to burger place where I'm going to get the best damn burger I've ever had. I had appetizers. Oh God, it's all like a blur. I had I think it was a s'mores milkshake. It was insane. By the end of dinner, I barely made it through dinner, I was laying down in the booth. So I was actually just like kind of having a little bit of a mid-dinner nap. I was so full. I was stuffed. I completely stuffed myself. I have no regrets, but it was a lot. I could barely make it out of the restaurant. Sunday morning came and I knew I had a photo shoot for the IFBB Pros. So I tried to eat a healthy breakfast. I ordered egg whites. However, I still had a ton of that junk food laying around. So I had I had more poppy seed pound cake. I had another blueberry muffin. I'm trying to think of what else I had that morning. I don't know, there was just a lot of food in my life. And then Sunday night, I ordered in, I think like a turkey club sandwich and french fries and white rice. And I still, I ate a lot, kept on eating, kept on snacking on all of the goodies that I had laying around still. That is honestly the biggest thing, was I just kept on like snacking, and I just grab a little bit, grab a handful of this, a handful of that, eat it. That wasn't even dinner. Went to dinner and I had all you can eat sushi. I could only get down like 2 or 3 rolls, which is not my personal best. I can usually get down a little bit more than 2 or 3 sushi rolls. And then following sushi, went out to this ice cream place. I think it was called Milk Bar or something. It was in the Cosmo. It was amazing. I got cookies and this really crazy like birthday cake ice cream. Really good, but I was stuffed. So that was Sunday night. And then Monday morning came and I had my big epic breakfast room service cheat. I had my blueberry pancakes, I had French toast, I had bacon, I had just a glorious big breakfast cheat meal that I had been craving. Then I got on the plane and got home, and I knew that it was time. I didn't bring any of the sugary cake and muffins. I left that all in Vegas. And I kind of got back on my diet Monday, cleaned it up a little bit. I'm still nibbling and dabbling in my little cashew stash. But Monday night came and I cleaned it up. It is now Tuesday. I got back from cardio and I ate breakfast recently. And I'm gonna show you my post-competition physique. This is what I look like in a bikini 3 days after a show, and probably like 20,000, 30,000, I don't even know how many calories later. But this is what I am. Got a little bit of a food baby still going on. I do have abs. I am holding a ton of water, and I weighed myself. But I also know that most of that, probably 8-9 pounds of that, is water. It didn't just instantly turn into fat. I know this, but it's still in my mind like, oh my God. Consistent dieting for this week, cardio, I will be able to bring it back and kind of get my body a little bit back. I'm not looking to be show ready. I know that that's not attainable year round. It's not healthy really year round for me to be that low body fat. I just want to get to where I'm comfortable and happy with my off-season physique. But I still have like the crazy spray tan. I can feel all of the water. I can feel the water in my quads. I can feel it in my face. I can feel it when I smile. My eyes feel like they're like closed because I have so much salt salt and water retention. I'm gonna check in with you guys again in about a week. I'm going to be maintaining a cardio regimen. I'm gonna be doing 45 minutes of cardio in the morning, no nighttime cardio. Still gonna be doing cardio every day. I'm going to be eating clean for the rest of the week. I'm still allowing myself some cashews here and there because I love cashews. I'm going to be introducing about 50 grams of carbs into my daily intake. So I'm going to be reverse dieting, and I'm going to be just slowly reintroducing carbs and fats. I'm not going to be cheating again for probably about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks. I really had my fulfillment in Vegas. It's important to me that I don't just throw it all away like that. I've done that before. I've had bikini shows where I was done. I finished competing and I was done. I didn't want to see tilapia again. I didn't want to see chicken breast again. I didn't want to see any of that. I was done competing, and I was ready to just eat anything and everything. That's not my mindset now. I'm a little bit more focused on the long-term goals. I've got to kind of hold myself accountable a little bit and keep my shit together. I'll check in with you guys in a week. I'm going to show you what I look like a week from now. We'll see how well I do. Hello. Welcome back. It is now the next Tuesday, August 8th. So it's a week after you just saw me 3 seconds ago. And I'm gonna show you my current physique and my kind of current state. But I've been working at kind of maintaining and dropping a lot of water weight. So here's where I'm at post-show, about a week and a half. Since you last saw me and since I last showed you, I have dropped about 8 pounds of water, which is crazy. So I am about 8 pounds lighter than when I was 30 seconds ago. It might not show too much, but I feel a lot better now that I've gotten rid of that bloat and I've gotten rid of that kind of excess water weight. I'm about 4 pounds above stage weight currently. So I'm not trying to get back to my stage weight. I'm not trying to get sort of back to that level of leanness or dryness, but I would like to maintain a weight and then sort of a look that makes me feel good and feel happy. It's not all about the numbers for me, but that is definitely a helpful tool to kind of track my progress. So I gained a lot of weight, right after the show. I ate a lot, I enjoyed life, and I have no regrets. I really enjoyed every aspect of that. But when I got back from Vegas, I knew that I was going to move forward and reverse diet properly. So what's reverse dieting, and how did I get rid of this excess bloat and drop all of that water weight? I did 5 things that helped me a lot. 1, I started eating completely clean again. I pretty much mirrored my prep diet, so I started eating how I was eating 2 weeks prior to the show. So whatever I was eating 2 weeks prior is what I ate for a week, which for me is about 50 grams of carbs and 50 grams of, I'd have to check my macros, but I mirrored that clean eating, and I tried to stay on that prep diet as best as I could. Number 2, I didn't beat myself up about Vegas. I know that I cheated a lot. I consumed a ton of calories and I gained a lot of weight in a very short amount of time. But I know that that's not fat that I gained, it's just water and it's sodium, and it's easily fixed. So I didn't get depressed about it, and I didn't eat more to comfort myself for eating too much. The 3rd thing I did is I did not stop doing cardio. That is pretty important to me. I kept doing a cardio regimen. I did not do any nighttime cardio. I just kind of stuck with an AM cardio sort of thing. At night, I'd go maybe do 15 minutes and then get in the sauna, but nothing too crazy. So I still maintain a cardio, and I'm gonna slowly kind of start dropping that back as the weeks progress. I'm doing 45 right now, and then maybe next week I'll drop it down to 35, 40, and then even more after that. The 4th thing I did is I had a plan. I knew that when I got back from Vegas, things are going to be clean. I was going to diet. I had a photo shoot. I had reasons to stay lean. Plus, I mean, I didn't want to just kind of give up all that hard work that I had put in. So I had a plan. I had a very clear-cut plan. I knew how I was going to reverse diet. I knew exactly how much cardio I wanted to do, how many carbs I wanted to intake, and I wrote it out. I actually wrote it in the form of a letter. I wrote myself a letter that's really cheesy. Dear future Aspen, you've worked really hard, so do this after the show. The 5th thing that I did was come Monday night after I got back, I threw out all of my bad food. I threw out all of the cookies, all of the Oreos, all the goodies that I had collected. My house is now pretty much a prep-friendly house. There's not really any temptation because those nighttime cravings are really hard to overcome and they get me every time. How did I mess up? Over the past week, I made a couple mistakes, more than just a couple, probably a couple hundred. My mistakes were in the form of cashews. I am just out of control when it comes to cashews. I have no self-control because cashews are sort of that like gray area food where it's like a healthy food, but it's also got a ton of fat and a ton of carbs and pretty high calorie count. So I consumed an entire bag of cashews in about 4 days. By my math, that's 2,500 calories, way out of proportion. That was on top of my fats that I was also eating. So that's how I messed up. Other than that, I kept pretty clean and pretty on my diet. Didn't have any cheat meals. I didn't have any sugar. But there you have it. Those are some tips to help kind of get rid of that post-show bloat and to help you kind of get on track. Those are my tips. That's what works for me. Might not work for you. Everybody's different, but I hope this can help. And if you are just coming off of a contest prep or you are on contest prep, then maybe you can kind of figure out what's going to work for you and you can utilize some of these tips to have a successful reverse diet. I'll see you next time.